Okay, this is Platinum Disco's mood lighting demonstration at the Hunting Tower Hotel in their lovely function room, which we have just finished doing a wedding fair, so excuse the fact that the tables aren't all set up, but it was a good opportunity to actually do a mood lighting demo. So this is the room as it is without lights, just with the house lighting that's in there. And right in the corner there you'll see a little mood light, which is wireless, which means it doesn't need to be plugged into a plug. And in order to change colour and do various other things, it doesn't need to have cables run to it, which means it's very quick to set up, and that's fantastic when you're doing room turnaround, which is something they do here at Hunting Tower on a regular basis for weddings, when you take away the top table and set up the room for dancing, so you take away the carpets and all that and get ready. Usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour in most hotels, so in that window the DJ has to set up his equipment, set up the lighting and anything else that he's done, same with if it's a band. So wireless mood lights are very, very quick to set up. Literally I can put 12 mood lights out in less than 3 minutes, and there's no cables to worry about, and everything is just hunky-dory. So there's one down there. So this is a little app. This is Chauvet's Quad app. Now what this does, you'll see all the different colours that are on there. When I press one of these buttons, all the lights will change colour to whatever colour I've selected. So if I do this one here, which is red, if you look around the room now, what a transformation. It really makes any room look amazing. So there we go, all the way around the room, right there back to this one here at the pillar behind me. So there we go, so that's in red. So perhaps you don't like red, maybe you like green instead. So we click on green, and all of a sudden all the lights have changed to green. And we can keep going through that. We'll do blue now. So we can do blue. So maybe you don't like light blue, maybe you want a darker blue. So we go down the bottom here, this is the darkest blue. So again, it's a different shade. We can also do yellow. So there we go, we've got yellow. And it really does just make a room look so much better. There's not been a function room that I've ever been in that hasn't been improved by mood lights. It's just night and day the best thing to do. And one of the things that really comes into its own is when you're in like a village hall or something like that, and you don't have dimmable lights. Now here at Hunting Tower, they can turn off the central section, which makes it darker in the middle of the floor, which is where you're dancing and you want your lighting to be more effective. So in this kind of setup with little lights around the outside, it's absolutely perfect. There's enough light to see by, and it can still look very effective. And it's also dark enough to be a nice kind of ambience for dancing, which is so important. Other particularly good thing about battery mood lights is that because they're battery powered, if for any reason anyone had a power cut, this normally happens in marquees and places in the back and beyond where power supplies are not quite as good as in city sort of centre areas. So if you get a power cut, all the lights stay on, which means you're not having to scramble around in the dark. So that's a particularly useful thing. They're like emergency lighting. So let's go to another colour. Let's do light blue now. So there we go, we've got light blue. I just love this thing. It's the best mood lights I ever bought. They are horrendously expensive at just under £5,000 a set. So then they're not for the faint-hearted, but they do a fantastic job. And this is without doubt the best colour to have for mood lights, in my opinion. Pink, and very popular with brides. Pink being a particularly girly colour, and looks absolutely magnificent. So it's great. So that's just the basic colours, but on here you will see there's one that says palette. What I can do is I can go here, and you'll see the little bar at the top here changes colour. So maybe you don't like that exact shade of pink, you might say, okay, I want a little bit lighter. So there you go, a light pink. We go across this way, we've got a royal blue, and then a lighter blue all the way into kind of white in the middle. And you can go all the way around, all the different colours. It's a fantastic piece of kit. You can also do it by colour mixing. So you go into here and you can add yellow into it. You can take the red into it, green out of it, blue out of it, and you can change all your colours so you get an exact colour of what you require. And as you see on here, that's just a nice yellow and another kind of shade of pink. Add a bit of green to it, get another colour, and red again. So this thing really does create all sorts of colours. Now, that in itself, you'd say, yeah, great thing, does loads, but where it really comes into its own is when you go into auto programs. So we go into auto programs here, we stick on program number 1, put the slider up to increase the speed. So when the disco is going, hey presto, all the lights are turning different colours. in sequences. And this has got two different sequences on off, and you go into program number 3 and you'll see this one's got pink and yellow in it. It will change anytime now. There we go, there's yellow, blue, pink. So you get different shades in that particular program. Now, one of the other programs they have is program number 1 and number 4, which are designed to do a slow, actually tell a lie, program number 2 and number 4. It's a slow fade. So if you've got anyone who suffers from epilepsy and you want to have something that looks particularly nice in your room without giving them epileptic fits, this is the one to use, because rather than the lights flashing, it's a gentle fade, so it doesn't bother people who've got epilepsy. So it's particularly useful, and it's one that's very popular with me. I use this a lot for people in that situation. So you'll see all the colours start to change now fairly rapidly. So it's a very good effect. Now, for people who are definitely not epileptic, there's one other program you can use on this, and that is Strobe. So you can strobe all the lights in the room, as much or as little as you want. Generally, I don't use this very often because flashing lights like this can be a risk when it comes to people with epilepsy and such like thing, and I think most people don't particularly like these at weddings, so I generally use this when I'm doing younger persons, parties, 18th, 21st, stuff like that. But it's a nice feature to have. Now, the other thing that's particularly good about this is that you can dim the lights. So I can set the lights to exactly what I want, from all the way down to 0. So if there's a particular thing happening where you want the lights up really bright, you can put them on. When it's buffet break, first thing I do is I go back into my controller here and I hit white. That lights up the whole room, plain white colour, makes it very easy to see exactly what you're doing, and it's just a great thing to do. So there we go, that's Chauvet's FlareCon app with the wireless mood lights. Great system, absolutely love it, so useful, and I think if you're having a wedding anywhere, mood lights is an absolute essential. It really is a godsend, and we'll just rattle through a few of the other colours so you can see some of the preset ones that it does. All different shades of green, from lime green, orangey reds to deep reds, royal blues, all the way through lighter blues. What this thing does is really kind of endless. And I have actually just bought a new version of this light. It's slightly different. These are actually IP rated. So one of the good things about these is I can actually put these outside in the rain. And if you're having a party in the middle of nowhere, like with a barn and maybe an outbuilding that you need to go to, or toilets that you need to go out to, I can actually light up all the paths using these, and because they're waterproof, doesn't matter what the weather does, it's fine. And the new ones I've got, rather than just being a red, green, blue LED, they're actually what they call a Hex LED. It's red, green, blue, amber, white, and UV. And you can get 64 different colours created from that, rather than the fewer, I think there's 32 on this one. So it's a huge amount of colours to actually be able to make. So I've got those as well. So I've got 2 sets of these, so that's 24, which is enough to do a really, really big venue. My hire for these is £100 to hire 12. If you want 2 sets, it'll cost you £200. I believe that I am extremely good value for money on this. I know another company who has exactly the same lights and he charges £300 for them. So I believe I do offer amazing value for money, but I like things to be done right, and I like to see venues looking as good as they can, and with these mood lights, they really do. They're absolutely phenomenal. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video and seen the transformation that mood lights can make to a venue, and I hope that you will hire. If you'd like to give me a call, my number is 07472 287 151. That's 07472 287 151. Or you can visit my website, which is platinum-discos.co.uk. So that's platinum-discos, plural.co.uk. Go onto our website, there's loads of videos, links to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page. We've got stacks and stacks of customer reviews, basically singing our praises for our events that we do. And I think once you've had a look through those, you'll be convinced that I am the right guy for providing your nighttime entertainment. So hope you've enjoyed, and I look forward to entertaining you. Many thanks. Bye.